Better get lit up.
Hey, everybody, welcome back
Okay, guys, no.
to Hot Talks, where we obtain knowledge in areas of ignorance. What an honor and privilege to be back with you again.
Due to popular demand, we're back again.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Are you guys giving me a chance to speak today?
No.
No, still
No.
parameters. Parameters are even tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we close that gate now.
We closing the gate.
We closing the gate to the crowd. You must just, nah, this is your space. You just, yeah.
Sorry. You let us speak, eh?
Okay, guys. So, yeah, we're back once again. You guys really enjoyed the last episode, so we thought we're going to be back once again. And because we're back once again, we cannot start an episode with Candice Shafter in it without an icebreaker.
Come on.
Maar zij is baie lief vir icebreaker. Sy wil net die icebreak.
Icebreaker. The icebreaker.
Ja.
Say will speel. The icebreaker. Is that even a word? Icebreaker. What's the word?
No.
A game.
Dat is een spelletjie.
Een speletjie.
A
Alright,
game is
so
long.
ons gaan een speletjie speel by die naam van date, debate or dismiss.
Oh,
Wow. ChatGPT was cooking. Anyway, okay, so how you're going to play this game is I'm going to give you a few scenarios.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to either say date,
Date.
which means you agree
Agree.
with it. Debate, which
Debate.
means you're unsure. And then dismiss, which
With
means
you.
disagree completely.
With you, Andres.
Okay.
Just to clarify, that's the only 3 words you can say.
Daddy, you must put your mic on.
That's the only 3 words you can say.
Not anything.
Date, dismiss.
Can't you just keep his mic off?
No, that's the only 3 words you can say.
Alright, ons gaan het nou begin.
And we're all having a chance to say.
Number 1. Your partner asks your parents for permission to date you before asking you.
Date.
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 Dismiss.
But you must actually be asking the girl. I'm sorry, but girls make it the first move.
Thanks. Go back in the first movie is crazy.
Okay, we're going to get into that. But, okay, right. So you say?
Dismiss.
I say date.
Date.
Date. Okay. A guy/girl believes a relationship...
Just remember, sorry, that you are sowing seeds. You should never a daughter one day.
3 words.
And I thank you.
Date, dismiss,
Debate.
debate.
Mama, better?
That's
Talk
it.
so close to the mic, huh?
Seeds.
Okay, so number 2. A guy or girl believes the relationship should have no texting, only face-to-face phone calls.
Date.
Okay, I would like to ask that the
Debate.
participants allow me to finish my scenario and then answer. So I will read it again. A guy/girl believes a relationship should have no texting, only face-to-face or phone calls.
Date.
Debate.
Debate.
Date.
Debate, yeah. I feel like texting is really important.
But then again,
Like I said, I don't want to be in your face. I said in the previous episode, I don't want to be in your face every single day. So dating is, texting is gonna have to.
because you're married, your husband phones you all day.
Okay, but okay, let's just say debate. Let's just say debate.
All right. Okay. Number 3. Your significant other expects you to handle all the cooking and cleaning even while dating.
Dismiss.
Dismiss.
So
But then again, while we're cooking and cleaning while you're dating.
100%.
While we cooking in the kitchen.
Doing
while
yourselves
dating.
washing.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to
Each to
understand.
their own. Disclaimer, each to their own. This is our observation.
Okay.
Our-
No one will be,
laughing
no one
at
will be
you,
cooking
we're
in this
laughing
kitchen
at-
of mine.
It's putting ourselves in your guys or
No one will be
that
cooking in my
scenario.
kitchen.
All right.
Thanks.
The next one is very debatable. Is extremely debatable. They want you to split every bill 50-50 no matter what.
Date.
Date.
Debate? I'm so sorry.
Date.
I was paying for my food and
Date.
you're taking me on a date.
Best
Date.
that way.
I'll debate it. I'll debate that.
Mama, you're gonna allow me to pay for my own food.
No, the bill. The total, it's 50-50. Every
Cameron,
split.
you are just a cheapskate.
That is date, bro. Date?
I think a debate, and I'll say why. Let me allow me to elaborate. The debate because it's okay. Debate because on most occasions, and again, this is generalizing. It's not the case for everybody, but girls don't generally eat on date because they just think
Besides
that,
me.
like, oh no.
I will eat.
So
Are you
if-
lying?
if-
You
if-
lying?
if they
I will
agree-
eat.
If it's set in stone, 50-50, understand he's eating for $100. And you eating for 30.
Not necessarily.
All I'm saying is, if you cast it 50-50 in stone, that's what I'm saying it's debatable.
I would say it's debatable when it comes to the age group. So you get adults is also dating. Right? So in that it will be a much more mature way of looking at things. But when you're speaking about kids that still lives or rather should I say young adults, let's just call it that because that's exactly respectable about saying, because that's the age group they're allowed to date in our home. So young adults only still coming out of school, studying still, or finding their feet regarding not having a job that they're working for years and years and years. So I would say 50-50 for the financial side of things.
Can I just say something?
Because I want to say this also, because when your boyfriend or your girlfriend is paying for your meals, saved, no, not saved, people feel that you owe them once they paid for you. And I think from a mother to a daughter, you always pay your way wherever you go in the dating interview phase of your life. When you're married, then you become one. Then your husband spoils you. And then our money is not my money, your money. It's our money. And our budget.
Our budget.
And so then it's not a matter of you must buy me and I must buy you. Do you know that type of thing?
And I also think it should be like mutual. Like if the individual wants to pay 50-50. Like for example, now you said Caitlin. For example, so say now, hypothetically, I'm going on a date. I'm not your brother. I'm going on a date with her, and then she wants to pay 50-50. I'm not going to be the one to stop her. Like, pay you 50.
But remember, this is a game. So this is not the crux.
I would personally say it must be a mutual agreement.
So it's debate.
So it's debate, yeah.
You actually made it a topic for discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So
you should also keep it.
No, close.
Okay, right. You only meet the family after you get engaged.
No, I don't
Dismiss.
think so.
Dismiss, yeah. Rather, they believe, okay, this is very, very controversial. People have their own opinions of it. What does the Bible say? They believe couples should live together before marriage to test compatibility.
Dismiss.
Yes, convince.
Dismiss.
Okay.
If God doesn't say it, it's dismissed in this house.
Okay.
Amen.
This is the last one. Your partner refuses to be friends with the opposite sex after entering a relationship.
Debate.
Debate.
That's why.
Your partner refuses?
It refuses to be friends with the opposite sex.
Refuses you to be friends with opposite sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say so.
No, this
Because if he wants to not, then
that's
his
on him. It's his
you
choice.
are problem.
Or her choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that choice. So it's debate for me.
I would say debate is case by case basis.
But is the question is she's doing it, so now she expects you to do it, or what?
No, my thing is, are we forbidden to? So if I'm in a relationship with someone, does my boyfriend have the right to forbid me from
No.
not having guy
That's why I
friends?
say it's a debate.
No, I would say it's something that this must mean
This must
I
mean- no,
disagree with
I
that.
disagree
I
with that.
disagree with it also.
strongly, yeah.
Because if it's
Yeah.
an interview, you can speak to whoever you want to.
Dismiss, yeah.
100%.
Especially when it's
Definitely.
dating, but when it's marriage, it obviously it's
That's something completely
So if you're
different.
paralegal again, quickly open paralegal at a law firm, and you're starting to be a lawyer, and the partner is a male, what must you do? Your boss is a male, your supervisor, your manager is a male.
So in the previous episode, if you have not watched the previous episode, make sure you watch it right now. It's gonna open up your eyes to a lot of different things, and the things we're sharing is not set in stone. This is what my parents believe from past experiences, as well as some of the stuff you're obviously giving biblical reference to. Because I think you made mention of Mary and Joseph. So,
And Jacob.
and Jacob, yes, and Leah and Rachel.
Yep.
So it is based also on biblical reference, but it is our opinion. So please, just a disclaimer, if you're watching this and there's things you don't agree with, you can leave it in the comments, but you can also even leave it to yourself. You can say like, okay, I don't agree with it, but you
Yeah.
have to go and
And not everything is for you, so take
Yeah.
what's for you and leave what's not for you.
take the meat and spit in the bones. Cameron
Unless you
Boyce.
like bones.
Maybe just like use some bones to
Unless
like
you're
To
a
clean the
dog.
teeth.
like a toothpick.
Unless you eat bones.
So, in the previous episode, we made reference and we made a joke about not kissing until you're engaged. That was just a joke because sorry.
That applies to you.
That's a dismiss to me. Sorry,
No, no.
hi, we're still playing the game.
That's a date for you.
So, not kissing until you engage, but I want to know what is too far.
I'm sorry.
Is what?
I did. We had a discussion. We had a discussion a few days ago earlier on about about kissing. I don't know if you guys can remember, like,
Oh, yeah.
like the natural recourse is that you want to stick your tongue out when it's just like it's your birthday, like happy birthday, like the, hey, put it back, just put it back.
Okay.
Just put it back right there.
Okay.
it's funny,
Right.
Very funny.
Okay, let's
Thanks.
go. Let's move on. Okay, so what was I saying now? Oh, I want us to discuss what is too far.
For me, what is
Because-
too far?
I'm still.
Yo, Caitlin, ask the question and get done.
I feel like I'm
You-
just speaking in paragraphs.
Like,
No,
I would
listen.
say, what is too far?
And the
Then I'm
answer?
gonna answer, I'm not done. What else do you want to still
No,
say?
I want to paint the picture. Because
Okay.
some people believe you shouldn't hold hands. Some people believe you can cuddle. Other people believe you can Netflix and chill.
Cuddles.
Okay, what is even Netflix and chill? Because to me, that is putting on a movie
There was no Netflix in our
and a
days.
blanket, and we are sitting.
You're not
It was
watching
Lion
a
King
movie.
nowadays.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
I had my
now-
first kiss in Lion King.
So now we're going to unpack what is too far. Okay, right? You guys can answer.
Righto.
Okay, but listen, we can now say what's too far.
Okay,
And then
you may
then
go.
you can say, like, okay, you're on the right track. When they get too touchy. Like kissing, like touching, maybe the hand. But when it starts, like, touching. And then I feel like that's
I
too
was
far.
also gonna say. I was also gonna say whatever involves hands. If you hold hands, yes, hold hands. I've got no issue with holding hands. Netflix and chill, absolutely not, because you watch a movie, you'll be sitting up straight or sitting in a movie house. Preferably movie house. There'll be no blankets. There'll be no bed.
Whoa! So
And
there'll be no cuddles.
there'll be no cuddles.
So,
Cuddling is also off.
so
Cuddling will entail laying or spooning. No cuddles.
The spooning is crazy.
What I would do, so
love spoons.
define cuddling.
Okay,
You're sitting
okay.
close by.
No.
And
Let
watching
me-
a movie.
Is this
and
cuddling?
So
No cuddling. I'm talking about
No,
is
no, listen.
leg over the leg.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying that.
Okay, we're laying, and then she's in my arms.
No
and
laying.
No, we're not facing each other. We're watching the movie.
No.
But
On the
Laying.
bed.
it's almost like a lazy boy
And
vibe.
you're Kanuchi. It's not gonna work for another man.
Listen.
Even
So
with
where?
Laura Kunuti.
So where?
No, I see by myself.
Of course, who was she sleeping with?
Love.
So I want to know is why was she
A room
laying?
for one.
Cameron, just paint the picture to me because right now I'm trying to figure out the picture.
Okay, no, I see
What
now.
is the laying on the couch?
Like say now it's a I don't know if you've seen you know Auntie Robin's couch, no? Like
Yes,
there's
a
page
corner, like an L shape.
like an owl, and then you put that middle thing that she has in, and then it makes almost like a long
A little
long
bed.
No, nice.
couch.
She might
Wait,
jumped in your canoe.
Hold on.
And
Give
then
him a
you-
chance.
She might have just jumped in his canoe.
You're sitting up, but your feet is just on the couch, and she's in your arms, and you're just relaxing.
But you put this thing. It rises.
Okay, hold on, guys. Don't divulge. The thing is, okay.
Is that like an example?
I think it's you need to know your limits. You need to know what makes you feel awkward, uncomfortable, or what makes you feel that you're now in the temptation ground.
Aroused out of you.
And so, because our bodies get aroused by touch, we are made that way. God had intentionally made us that way. So I'm saying is, if I am holding, or Craig is holding my hand, and we are dating, and maybe now he puts his arm around me, this might be too much for me, and I need to tell him, like, be up straight and say, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with you holding me around my shoulders. Because we're watching a movie, we have to watch the movie. So I mean, let's start this in by the hand, you know. And I don't think you should even be kissing on the first date, even. I don't think you
No,
should be
100%.
kissing on a good couple of first dates.
Okay.
even.
Okay, let's stop there quickly. So, don't kiss on the first date.
No,
But
definitely.
don't. I mean, I just don't suggest it or advise it. And then on the other hand is,
Sorry,
okay,
but
okay.
because-
So quickly. Let's just hold it quickly. So
and by all means, my disclaimer doesn't mean that I haven't done it. But I've learned from my mistakes and my experiences, hence I'm sharing it.
So,
So
again-
I just remember, I'm not speaking from a place of knowing it all because I haven't done it.
So, again, it's imperative that when having a discussion like this, that we have context and there's substance to what we are saying. So you're saying that hugging is okay.
Yes.
Hugging is right. So now let me build this scenario. So you sitting on you as the male, he's sitting on the edge of the table. Right? On the edge with your backside, on the edge of a table. and your legs
And
is
standing.
somewhat open. So you're standing, sitting position. So the girl comes in to you and comes in between your legs as the male, and she hugs. So that's a hug too. But is that too close?
Too close.
So you know what I'm trying to say. So when we say hugging is okay, there must be substance because as the individual who is in the relationship must understand that is too close. Now again, dating, I believe, is when we have those discussions.
100%.
Like we build all these scenarios. Now we can unpack a million scenarios here on how, when, on the edge of the couch.
How should it be?
What must you close, you cross your leg, whatever. That's not important.
Yeah.
What is important is that we understand who the individual is, and that when we are dating, there is bounds. Like we hold hands, and when we take a photo, you don't have to stand behind me with your shoulder on my your head on
It's
my shoulder
self-respect,
and holding each other under the breast, whatever.
Yeah.
It is all about communicating on these encounters.
These are the interviews you are having.
And I heard someone- sorry.
sorry. Okay, you can speak.
And I heard someone say that during the dating periods, that's when you have hard conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dating shouldn't be experimental.
And
Because when you become experimental, you start to lose self-respect, and you actually start disrespecting the next person, because now you are actually experimenting what you have foreseen in your mind. That is ungodly and righteous on all levels.
but
And
I
for
think
me, sorry, I was going to say about when coming back to the fact that you said you can't kiss on the first date because
I can't.
I'm saying like,
Suggest
you
and
suggest you
advise.
don't kiss on the first date, but because of how dating has now become modernized, where it's before dating, now it's so much talking stage. That is where people are interviewing. So now, as the ball game now, as the game now changed because of this new thing that was implemented, that we first talking before we are dating. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I think that is why dating has also changed over the years because you guys never had a talking stage. Are you guys dating? No, we're just talking. No, you guys never had that. It's like, yes, she's my girlfriend, he's my
I
boyfriend.
think there was a talking stage. It just wasn't classified as a thing.
yeah.
I don't think it was classified as a thing. You don't jump in from not talking into a relationship. You are getting to know one another. So we were colleagues before, so we got to know each other over business. And then we got to know each other with dealing with certain things he needed from me and I needed from him in business. And then you get to know certain characteristics, certain kind of personalities. That's already a talking stage, but we're not calling it that because at that point you're not even perceiving dating here.
But yes, I agree with you 100% in our scenario. But if you look at what dating is today, and the talking stage is it's a specifics. It is knowing that inevitably or possibly I am interested. We're now finding out whether you are interested too. So you have the mutual agreement that this could lead to the next level, which is dating, encountering, going out, holding hands at a distance. Like, at your wedding vows, you're supposed to be the closest, but at that moment you're standing so far apart. So that is a type of communication that is specifically driven. You understand? So you can be talking to different people, but again, where do you draw the line?
For me, it's just, I think, when you ask what is the close, if you're able to do what you are doing in public, it's the close. Now, Daddy is my husband. I've got all the right to stand between his legs and hug him. But am I going to do it in public? Am I going to do it at church? Am I going to do it in the mall? No, I'm not going to. Because it's intimacy. So that is too far in public for us.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is, if you're not able to do what you're doing in public, in front of people, like your pastor, your parents, you've gone too far.
And
I think that would be
Yeah.
the bar that you work on. But I'm specifically speaking about what Daddy said. Now, that was the one part of too far. What Dad was speaking about, the talking. I tend to see or feel as though in today's life, the youngsters are looking at being interested in a few people at the same time. And in our days, it was a matter of you doing life and life is going on, but you're not exactly you're not exactly thinking, okay, I can't possibly be interested in Peter, James, and John, so let me just see where I come right with Peter, James, or John.
My Lord.
Today's life, it seems like it. In our days, it was a matter of life happened, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, one day, you ask yourself, why am I feeling something? Why am I liking that attention? Now you go home and think about it. It wasn't something you went into as seeing a person I can be interested in. And I tend to feel as though modern dating makes you almost deprived from that butterfly feeling of, why did I just feel like that when you said that? Oh my word, we were friends for so long. I never saw him like that. What? And that is the exploration. That is the exploring part of a crush or an interest. Is that exploring part? And then you will speak, and then you will hope that he heard you. Now you start to feel and see his body language. Did he take note of what I said? And then you sometimes get disappointed because you realize he actually didn't take note of what you said because he's not actually into you. Not everyone's always into you.
Correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you 100% in that sense. But there's also a sense of anticipation and a sense of build-up in the talking stage. I believe that where the generation of today find themselves. So, and we I'm going to call it out, we see this happen. That you chatting long chats, long talking stage stuff. But when the encountering happens, you're walking past other, because that's what we also used to do. You're walking past other and ignoring each other.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe. Oh no, now you coming expectant. Like we were chatting so liquor yesterday or whatever. Forget the last night part rather. Yesterday, like yeah, we must hang out or whatever. And then tomorrow, did you not look at my profile pic or whatever the case may be? You were there walking right past me, and that is also
all part of it.
All part of it, and what we do.
Because males also do, it's not just females.
That's not only if you know, we believe you, me.
And then they automatically make us know they don't see you, and then they're excited to see Jane. But they're like, you just walk past me.
It's a complete build-up.
It's a total game on both sides.
So whether
Which is
you're doing
something
it
we
in
do.
talking stage or whether you were doing it in SMS or telephonically, it's just, we are all from the human species and we all act the same.
100%.
And hard to get.
And I was just thinking about
In some instances, others
and also there's a
like
difference
to throw
between
themselves. Like.
Yeah, there's a difference between being like hard to get and then you literally looking for attention and giving
Being
yourself
completely
away.
toxic.
Yeah.
That's toxic behavior.
But for me, when you were speaking about the hand on the shoulder, I was like thinking to myself, that's something I wouldn't be afraid to, or I'm thinking I wouldn't be afraid to make it known to my significant other that for me, my love language is not physical touch. I don't feel like, for me, I don't. Are you rolling your eyes?
Yeah.
Because Cameron's
Why?
so into physical touch.
That's his vibe.
Yeah, but that's my love language. So should they be sensitive to that, like in dating specifically? Because I know you guys spoke about love language in marriage, gifts and things like that. But should that be something that should be considered also in dating?
Definitely.
I tend to disagree. So I don't believe that your love language should be displayed. It is for a guy.
Okay, I'm also
So
thinking. yeah.
I'm saying is explore it. Buy me gifts. As an example, buy you gift. Buy whoever. Buy a gift, and you will see the excitement. But understand also in the state of dating, everything is exciting. So
Yeah.
whether your love language is physical touch, acts of service.
You can give a petal
gifts,
to someone
you
from
can
a
give-
rose.
Listen.
And the girl will keep it in a book and
100%. Cameron can give a girl a liter of petrol. She's going to appreciate it.
She put it in a jar.
And this is the first gift you bought. What's that petrol? Like, but, as an example, I'm using it, not that it will, but what I'm trying to say.
But then it's a very expensive gift, eh?
Petrol, really.
It's going to set you back at least $20, 23, 25 rand. So, but understand that at that stage, everything, but remember, because we are human beings, everything gets, and that's what Mommy was alluding to earlier. as long as you can get to the interviewing stage, that petrol on Valentine's Day 1 is not going to have the same meaning if she's not about gifts.
Yeah.
It's not going to have the same significance on a Valentine's Day 3, as an example, or on a birthday 3. So I don't believe you should display the love language.
I also don't think so. I'm thinking about it again now.
They should explore what exactly it is.
And then again, what gift is too far? I mean, I received many gifts. I mean, I've really experienced. I've experienced receiving many gifts in my lifetime from
Which
the
means
opposite
she
sex.
had a whole lot of boyfriends.
Yeah.
No, one boyfriend can buy a lot of gifts.
Okay.
But what I mean is, do you buy jewelry to a boyfriend and a girlfriend?
Again,
A question. Hold on. A question. Do I buy you clothes? Do we buy each other underwear?
I was just going to say underwear.
Okay,
Do
underwear is
we?
crazy.
For me, is at what point is a teddy bear and a chocolate no longer a gift?
I feel like that's first date gifts.
Okay, and then second,
first
third, fourth,
Valentine's.
fifth date gifts.
I would say clothes is not going too far. I would say anything more than 1,000 rand is going
But my
way too
thing
far.
is,
That is too expensive.
sorry,
for
but
me.
what happens after, like if you guys break up? What, now I'm thinking about the clothes now. What happens to the clothes? Because now I'm going to
no,
feel,
hold on.
sorry,
Again,
quickly,
yes.
I'm going to feel like, what if you really like a top? Now you must give it away because you know the intention was from this specific guy or from that specific
agree.
girl. You understand what I'm trying to say?
So again, it will always boil down to sorry that I interjected your word earlier.
Mine?
No.
The we need to understand that jewelry and those type of things are all things that is used to project and as an act of love. So understand that in dating stage there can be love. And no, we mustn't be oblivious to the fact that even though it's not a commitment, a full-on like an engagement or a marriage commitment, something very likely could come from it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So we cannot also shun the good possibility of a good, healthy marriage, healthy family life can stem from that particular dating stage and courtship and then engagement and marriage. So by eliminating certain things of something that could possibly be, it is like everything else in life, it's a gamble. And again, we don't live on the principle of gamble because we believe what is set out for you is set out for you and what, according to God's will, and that's, if that's what you pray, so it shall be. We get that. And I'm not shunning away from it, but understand that because you are human and we have choices, that changes the ball game completely. Because today I decided I love you and I want to be with you. That's what happened in marriage too. I want to be with you, spend the rest of my life with you. I want to have a rugby team of children with you, and blah, 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 blah. All those promises we make, and that's what we do. 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 1 month, 3 months down the line, we're in divorce court because we are human, and we now decided that this is not what I've signed up for. Now, even though there's not a contractual agreement, there was no exchange of vows, none of those things, it is still between two people. So again, I'm saying, I personally don't foresee an issue, but again, I'm saying, when you give me this gift, what is your and again, it breaks down all to communication while
What is your
dating.
expectation of it?
When you give me a bracelet, what is your idea? Because understand, people, and we often say this, that the guy wants the stuff back or the girl wants the stuff back. My question to you on the flip side of it, why in heaven's name would you want to keep something that someone brought to you?
That's also true.
So
Okay, can
So
I
you,
just
so,
say
you,
something quickly?
so keep it limited.
Okay, can I just say something quickly? With regards to the jewelry
You
thing,
like it,
I'm
Sophia?
just trying to paint a picture for you guys. With regards to the jewelry I'm speaking about is not, like I'm saying, the price range is something I can maybe afford, and it's not something hectic where it's me and her name on basically. but it's just a simple bracelet that I think will look nice on her.
Yes.
And I buy her that.
Yes.
Obviously, for me, it's different because if we manage to break up, I feel like I have the maturity to like think, okay, maybe you want from God. For example, now maybe you weren't supposed to be in my life for marriage, for example. Now, for example, I have the maturity to think in my head, okay, if it's first of all, I think it's petty to ask for a bracelet back or ask for anything back that you, because well, once you break up, there's all the good times get erased from your memories.
No, it
Because you
doesn't.
obviously you had good times.
But I'm telling you, you're not going to keep the things that was given to you.
Yeah,
That is a fact. And whoever you're going to date thereafter, which is again becomes now a pattern of a whole lot of dating, because are you going to buy that person also jewelry? And that's what I'm saying is, if you're in the interview stage, why are you buying jewelry? Because that is something that is lasting. Like if you love someone, then it will be, your love will be shown in touch, in hands, in touch. But but your impartation, you can impart things into gifts.
Like,
Hold on. We can impart things into gifts. If we can pray out the cloth and trust God that this cloth can go to Caitlin and you can lay your hands with the cloth and Caitlin, we get trust for Caitlin's healing. So does things also get imparted into things. And so you don't know the intention of the person's heart when they impart into things, when they're gifting it to you. It could be a matter of, I'm buying a bracelet, but someone can put a soulish prayer upon you by saying, we are gifting you this bracelet, but you will never leave me. In their mind, they can say, with this bracelet, he will never find another girl other than me. You don't know people. You don't know and that's what I'm saying. You should know someone's walk with the Lord also. And you should see the fruits of their walking with the Lord. Because there are things like witchcraft and soulish things that can go into gifting people things. You don't know why things are going a certain way or whatever, because people bind other people with things.
100%.
So again, I'm saying, from a mother to my children, my advice is keep the gifting of giftings to a limit. Because you don't buy gifts in an interview.
100%.
You invest out when you're done. Because the interview is either you got the job or you didn't get the job. And when you didn't get the job yet, you're not going to be given benefits or any contract to sign. When you got the job, you can be in an interview for 5 years and realize, okay, you've got the job. Because I've seen you in 5 years of summer, autumns, winters, and springs. And I see this is what you are like, and I see that. And now I can make an analysis and say, another analysis, a diagnosis to say, right,
Analysis.
is this something that I can live with? Is this something that I can grow into? Is this something I can build? Is this person someone I can build with? Can we go to the Lord if there's an issue? Instead of looking at the things that we can give each other, material things, because you've got a lifetime of gifting your loved one till the day you die. But at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to be walking around with something I've given them. Because the next person is not going to appreciate. And why would you invest in something that's not lasting? It's an unwise person to invest in something that you don't know if it's going to last. I'm saying keep the giftings to a minimal. Gift in a manner of small gestures. See giftings as gestures.
So we can throw away.
Something that you can do without if it gets thrown away.
Yeah.
Something that you're not going to be too moved.
Yeah.
Because I've given jewelry back. Because I felt I wanted to give it back. I've given things back. Because I don't want to wear the jacket that he bought me, because there was a connotation to the jacket that he bought me. It relates to a memory that we were maybe cold when we were walking in Waterfront one night. Now every time I wear the jacket, I'm thinking of the time that we were in Waterfront.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not with him anymore, it's unnecessary soul ties we are binding ourselves with in the interview stage. It just causes so much less heartache. When you build it on Christ, you will know if God has approved something or not. You'll even know if God approved you to even buy him that thing, whatever that thing may be.
Wow.
I was in an interview stage, and then I had cell phone contracts given to me already by my boyfriend. It is so binding. And when you break up, it's so ugly. It is so ugly. I've been there. I've done that. Again, the relationships that I had been in that didn't last was not only the person being toxic, it was me being toxic too. I was also adding into that and building into that toxicity. I also, so I'm not blame. There's no blame game here. I'm saying I did wrong also, and then I can just give my testimony as to what didn't work for me, what left sourness in your taste buds, what left families broken because of datings that didn't go the way the families of these people wanted them to go. Our relationships that our families wanted us to be together and we parted. The families were involved. Again, I asked yourself the question in the dating stage, how much time must you be spending with that person's family? You're not married. I know someone that cannot even come to a Mother's Day lunch because they're not married, which I 100% agree. Because if I look at other people's albums and stuff, you'll see people there that's no longer together that had special, great moments in your life. But you have photos in intimate moments that you no longer see the person. Again, do we throw all the photos? There's a lot of photo albums to be thrown away then. I'm saying is play it safe and do it God. So God is going to send the person He had prepared for you to build these memories with.
Amen.
So that you're building it with one person, not with a whole lot.
Amen.
Wow.
And I think with that,
We're gonna drop
we're
the
going
mic
to drop
there.
the mic right
That was
there.
just so much seeds of wisdom that was just given, and we just grateful to impart this into you. And like we said, this is just our opinion from experience. This is my parents' opinions from experience. We're not putting anything on you, expecting you. If that's the way you allow your kids to date, then so be it. But
And
just
that's the way you date. That's cool.
then
That's
so be
cool.
it.
No judgment from
No
us
judgment at all.
at all. It is for us very important that you understand that we're not coming here out of
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah.
We have laid the rules down for our kids.
Our family, yeah.
And we have communicated to them exactly what it is and what they should be investing time, money, resources into
Yeah.
in the interview stage or in the dating stage. Again, what's the relationship's goal? Whatever relationship we build, what's the goal?
Yeah.
What do we want to get out of it? What do you want? What do you have to give? And that's very important.
If the Lord doesn't build the house, the
Laborers
laborers
build
the laborers in
Wow.
vain.
Make sure you like
Amen.
and subscribe.
God bless.
And share this with someone. If you feel in your spirit you want to share it with someone. Cameron, let them out. With her.
Jesus Christ loves you.
We love you. God bless. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye.